Jesus is relevant. Lincoln here, and welcome to another Turn to Burn episode where we assist males to crush maliteracy, some people say effeminacy, and aspire to domestic excellence. And today we're talking about the relevance of Jesus for sinners. We're talking about this from Hebrews 4 verses 15, and we're reading this in the King James Version. I'll just read Hebrews 4:14 to 16. Hebrews 4:14 to 16 reads, "Seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Jesus, the Son of God, let us hold fast our profession. For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin." Verse 16. "Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need." Jesus is relevant for sinners. We're making that point. Relevance refers to being current, being currently relatable, applicable, or suitable. The world evaluates whether Jesus of Nazareth can relate to or connect with humanity in the present. Relevance doesn't mean acceptance. Although Jesus relates to and engages sinners, he doesn't accept them to remain so. Some say Jesus isn't relevant and doesn't understand us as he never sinned, and thus never needed redemption like we do, redemption being freed or having a ransom paid to transfer your ownership back to the rightful owner. Their thesis, the thesis of people who oppose the relevance of Jesus of Nazareth for us nowadays, their thesis is that only peers can relate to or are relevant to their peers. Let's explore this. Athletics coach Glenn Mills never ran a sub-10 second 100-meter race, but did him not being Usain Bolt's performance peer make him irrelevant as Mr. Bolt's coach? Boxing guru Cus D'Amato could not knock out modern professional heavyweight boxers in 30 seconds, but he was extremely relevant to Mr. Tyson. So indeed, Jesus never sinned. As if he did, he couldn't free us from our sins or resurrect to usher in humanity 2.0 and expand Eden to the globe. Christ is, however, relevant to sinners as he is totally human and totally but passively divine simultaneously in the New Testament Gospels. On earth, Jesus was born, tempted, hungered, thirst, learned, angered, slept, died, and like every other human will, he resurrected. 1 Timothy 3 verse 16 encapsulates his resume. He, Jesus, understands what we face daily. On what has to be one of his greatest miracles, he, the total holy Godhead, on the cross, somehow assumed the world's sin in his flesh, and as such he experienced sin and its consequences for all humanity, past, present, and future. He has tasted sin beyond what we individually can ever imagine, experiencing the sins of people like Hitler, Thomas Tisselwood, Earl Bradley, bad parents, and all future pedophiles and pederasts and apex sinners. And in that sense, Jesus is an elite peer for sinners, despite never sinning himself. He associated with the sinners of his day to the disgust of the ruling patrician classes. Yet he is from the celestial true ruling class, and as such is relevant to both who are called plebeians or laypersons and patricians or nobility. He is relevant across genders, as he anoints or empowers for community service, as Joel 2:28 says, and lives through both genders, as Galatians 3:28 says. Jesus is relevant across all races, as every culture is represented in his kingdom, Galatians 3:28, Revelation 7 verse 9. Jesus is relevant to marriage, as he is married to the Hebrews, Isaiah 54 verse 5, and through Jesus now the universal church, and books like Song of Solomon and Hosea in the Holy Bible show the range of Jesus' marital fellowship with humanity. Jesus is maritally engaged with us both when we are faithfully pursuing him, as in Song of Solomon, or when we are cheaters, as in Hosea. Jesus is definitely relevant to singles, as he never married another human while on earth, despite being in an exclusive spiritual marriage with all his believers, Jew and Gentile alike. So Christ is relevant for all sinners, regardless of gender, marital status, race, etc. His Old Testament name is Emmanuel, or God with us, God for us, God accompanying us, the relevant and sentient God who engages and feels with us. He is the complete opposite of deist deities, as he feels and intervenes in our history to the point of engaging all our sins himself, not through symbolic animals. Animals are not human peers. Jesus is. Whenever we are faced with this issue of relevance and relatability, let's ask ourselves the real question. Are we relevant to him? Are we for him? How do we actively relate to his mission and goals in this time and space? We're grateful that you've come to yet the end of another podcast with Turn to Burn. We do hope that you share your comments with us in the comments section in YouTube, and you share this video with your family and friends. Why rob God and this world of you and your family? And until next time, be nuclear.